My name is Preetha Raghu. I currently work as the Assistant Vice President of the Business Sales Leader in a company called Jetpack. I sing at the Navatman Music Collective. When I was around 4 or 5 years old, my father found out that I could carry a tune, and so he put me in Carnatic music classes. Forced is too strong a word. Gently coerced, I think, is the better way to say it. I actually think that came a lot later. I kind of traveled all around the world, and wherever I was, my parents made sure that I was kind of steeped in the Carnatic music tradition. And I think I kind of grappled with my interest with that a little bit, even though my teachers and all were great. But I think I had a struggle with that when I was kind of moving around. But I think, it came with a sense of community and belonging. Like I said, I lived all around the world, but I had 3 major music teachers, Abhishan and Venkatachalam in Delhi. Then I, moved to Hong Kong and Minneapolis, and then I kind of settled down in London for a couple of years, and I learned under Shrimati Shivashakti Sivanesan. And there I got kind of introduced to some of the greats, T.V. Gopalakrishnan and Balamurali Krishna. And I think what really kept me was my teachers kind of didn't give me a break and almost always pushed me to kind of test my boundaries as a Carnatic musician, which I didn't understand at the time, but I think that's what kept my interest in it, that they were always willing to push me and challenge me. And then I kind of stopped for a couple of years when I went to university, and when I came to New York, I started learning under Kamini Dandapani, who actually then introduced me to Navatman. Yeah, so I had my Arangetram when I was 14 or 15, music Arangetram. And I think that's where I felt a little challenged in that before it was a hobby, right? I was doing it in my spare time, and then it almost became a full-time job. Because, it's not something that you can take for granted, and you have to practice several hours every day. And I don't think at that age I had that sense of commitment at all. And like I said, my teacher really pushed me, and she was wonderful. And now I understand the value of her having pushed me so much, because I feel like I can contribute now because of the hours I put in during that time. But that was hard for me, and I didn't enjoy performing because I felt like I was kind of alone. I was kind of doing it by myself, even though that probably wasn't the case, but that's just how I felt. And when I joined Navatman Music Collective, and we had our rehearsals, and we kind of all became closer, I really felt like I was part of a community, and I really felt like I was part of something larger than myself. And I think that's why I started enjoying performing, because I knew that even if I made a mistake, I always had people who supported me and kind of backed me. I wasn't alone. Friends, we're all very good friends, and I don't know, it's just a sense of family. My family, they don't live very far away, they're very close by, but it's always nice to feel like you belong to something that's greater than yourself. and that you have a bunch of people who connect with you on that same level. And all of us come from different backgrounds, different musical backgrounds, different, backgrounds from where we lived, but I think we all bring a passion and understanding of music, of our own types of music, and I feel like, that makes everything so much more fun. I guess an interesting musical experience was when TV Gopalakrishnan once came to the Bhavan in London where I was learning, and this is the first time I ever met him, and I ended up crying because I sang for him, and and he's a challenging guy. He challenges you to do better, but like I said, I didn't have the maturity to deal with that then. But as I got to interact with him more, I realized he was such an amazing teacher and always wanted you to fulfill your best. And then with Navatman, pretty much every single session we have, every single rehearsal, every single gig is memorable in its own way. Something always goes wrong, but then we always end up coming together and just making the performance even better. We just have fun with each other.
Favorite Bollywood actor?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Favorite Bollywood song?
Right now, Mohe Rang Dwala.
Song that you'd like to Carnaticize from Bollywood music?
All Lata Mangeshkar songs, Rehna Biti Jaye.
What is your favorite kind of dance? Hip-hop.
Hip-hop.
What is your favorite hip-hop song that you'd like to Carnaticize?
I don't know Carnaticize, but I like, let's say R&B actually. I like most R&B songs, and I want to do Boyz II Men.
Okay, if not a musician, what would you be?
Writer.
What's one piece of advice you'd give audiences?
Please come to our shows. But one piece of advice, I think it would just be come to experience something new.
Tell me what your favorite Rupa Mahadevan story.
Oh, I don't know whether I can say. A couple of days ago, we had a gig at the Red Rooster, and Rupa Mahadevan got her kurti but didn't have tights to go along with it. So she wore capris and high heel shoes, and she worked it. It was so good. She looked hot in it. Good job, Rupa. You worked it. It was good.
Favorite hairstyle you wish you had?
Rupa's curls.
Yeah, what's your favorite raga?
Right now it's Tilang.
When, why?
I feel like it's a raga which is very joyful but melancholic at the same time. It's not sad, it's just melancholic and it's deep. We started off as strangers, but we've really come together as a community now, and I feel like we genuinely have something unique and new to offer to the music community. So we love your support in that.